Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So a while ago I picked up a game for the Nintendo, and that is Pinball. Now this is just the regular pinball. This is just like literally pinball. I don't think I've actually really played this. I don't know if I've ever played this one, but I was kind of curious as to what it was like. And more recently I picked up another pinball game called Pinbot. Now this one I just got this one like literally the other day, so it's still in the package that you know, the used package. It's obviously used, actually the prices on these weren't too bad. They were about $10. This one I picked it up at that show that I went to a while ago. I actually did a video on it, and it was like just a gaming show kind of in my area, and the guy actually wanted 15 for it. I thought that was a little high, so I offered him 10. It was like literally like last minute. I was like on my way out the door. Like I already, you know, picked up some stuff, and I was like walking out the door, and I was looking at it earlier, and I just stopped. I turned around. I'm like, would you take 10 for it? And I had a 10 in my hand. He's, you know, ooh, 10. And he's like, yeah, sure. You know, I probably overpaid. That seems to be the going rate though for Nintendo games. Like, you know, just very common Nintendo games. They seem to be about $10 now. You know, there's obviously the little bit more rare ones like Mega Man and all that stuff, but or better games. So this one, Pinbot, I also picked up for $10. In fact, the store that I bought this at, they had this one too. They had a bunch of them, and they wanted the same amount. They wanted like $9.99. So I thought, hey, why not pick this one up? This is interesting. I know there's like another one. There's like a Pinball Quest, but I need to check that one out too. Anyways, yeah, I thought let's start off by playing the original black box game, Pinball, and seeing how it is, and then, you know, on another video I can try out Pinbot and see how that is, kind of compare them in two different videos. Anyways, yeah, let's jump into Pinball on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Okay, so we got Pinball. I like how that's kind of spelled out that way, like a almost looks like balloons or something. I don't know what that has to do with pinball, but so we have our player game A and player game B. Not really sure what, so let's just oh, this is 83 too. I didn't realize it was that old. Okay, let's start with the game A. Alright, so we got our pinball machine. It's kind of going off my screen here on the TV, so this could just be like a setting on my TV is just off or something, because I could actually see it like going up in there. Not a good thing, but anyways, let's play. Okay, got our ball over there. So far it kind of looks like a typical top-down pinball. Let's see here. Okay, so we got to hold down the button. Oh, I see. Okay, so it goes up into a second screen. That's really cool. I thought it was my TV, but guess not. Alright. Well, that's the good thing about pinball. It's not like it's a complicated game that you actually really need to read rule books or anything, or you know, how to play. I'm sure learning the ins and outs of what all the cards do and everything is probably a good thing. But you know, I always like to jump into games and just start playing them. That's how we always did it. Well, at least that's how I always did it. I'm sure there was other people that would get home and rip open the rule book and start reading every aspect of it before they even plug the game into their console. Oh no! Now in Midnight Magic on the Atari, you could get these little stoppers. I wonder if this game has that. Sound effects aren't too bad. You know, the little bleeps and bloops. It's got some nice arcade sound to it. So it looks like you could use your D-pad for the left flipper, and you can use the buttons. Is it the A button for the right flipper? Oh, both buttons. Okay. Whoa! So we're in some kind of funky area where Mario is running around with a. That was kind of neat. I don't know what did that or how they triggered that, but that was kind of fun. Oh yeah, so we got the stoppers. That's cool. That's definitely good. Oh, it only lasts once though. On the Atari, you get it for a couple of shots before it disappears. And game over. Huh. Let's give that another whirl. And you got all these things here to try and get. I like that. I like how there's lots of objectives in Pinball. You know, it seems like there's a lot to do in this one. Even though, you know, typically with Pinball, the way I always kind of look at it is, a lot of it is luck-driven. I mean, when you only control a flipper, it's not really, you know, a lot of stuff is beyond your control. Like, when I play it on the Intellivision, you know, I like the Intellivision one. Actually, this one's kind of similar to it, where you got the multiple screens and stuff like that. You know, it's the same kind of idea that you're really fighting against gravity, essentially. The ball going down. You try and use your flippers as best as you can to get the ball up there. I find that also on the other, like, my favorite Atari one is Midnight Magic, but there's also a video pinball, which I have played before on this channel. And that one, I find that oftentimes you just hit the ball and you just let it go all crazy up in the top there, and you don't really use the flippers too much. Am I calling them correctly? Are they called flippers? I think they're called flippers. Those little things that flip up and down. Pretty much the only involvement you have on a pinball machine. Unless they have a tilt option. I don't know if this has a tilt option. I haven't tried other buttons or anything to see if... I like how you can crack these eggs open and there's like little chicken things in there. I mean, so far, this is kind of fun. I'm surprised I didn't get this one when I was younger. I probably didn't see it in the stores or something like that. You know, the black box games, I kind of missed out on a lot of them. I don't know, maybe it was just the excitement of all the other type of games, like Zelda and Star Tropics and, you know, some of the more advanced style games that I wasn't looking at things like, you know, the classic arcade stuff. Maybe at the time I'm like, you know, if I want that, I'll play it on my Atari. I don't know. I don't know how I missed out on these games. That's interesting too, how it's like playing cards at the top there. So that's your control there, is with the flippers too, is where on the flipper do you want to hit the ball? Or flip the ball, I should say. Like, you wait till the ball goes to the very end of the flipper, and you got to figure out how that's going to affect the ball. Where is it going to shoot it? That's pretty much your only strategy when it comes to using the flippers. Or is it to not flip at all? I mean, sometimes it's like to let it roll over to the other flipper and let that flipper, which I've done in you know, a few times in other pinball games anyways. Just let it roll off the one flipper and onto the other. Depending on how fast the ball is going, though. If it's really slow, it's just going to fall down the hole, so it's probably not advisable to do that. I want to find out how I got to that thing with Mario kind of running around with that thing in his hand. That was kind of neat. Oh, just racking up the points here. Seems to be stuck. Oh, there we go. Oh! I guess you're trying to complete 10 Jack Queen King Ace? That's probably what it's doing. Trying to get the royal flush. After this one, I'll try Game B and see what the difference is. Maybe it's just different physics of the ball or something. I don't know. Oh! That thing in the middle there kind of looks like a poker chip. Those are like two seals or something sitting there. Seems like they crammed a lot in this. You know, it's a simple pinball game, but they put a lot in it. You know, you got all these different animals. You got eggs that crack open. You got Mario that just shows up all of a sudden. They got all these like really different things. Now, if I could only figure out what it was that got me into that Mario area. Because there seems to be a lot of different things you can hit, so, and complete. So it could be, you know, any of these things. Getting all those little chicken guys. Oh, I missed it. Ah, game over. Okay, let's try game B. See if there's any noticeable differences. Start. And of course you could do 2-player. Wonder what those are. The numbers. What they're supposed to do. Oh, here we are. So it's like a Arkanoid type of thing. Oh, whoa! No, Mario! I think it's going faster. I think that's the difference. It's the ball's faster. They just sped it up. Feels like I was, you know, everything was just happening all at once there. Just going crazy. Oop. Yeah, let's see here. If we get it over there. Nope. It's going to try and get it up into that area up in the corner there. Yeah. Whoa, what did that mean? Let's get her back up in the... Oh, wasn't enough. It's kind of hard to get it up into the top there when you got all that crap up there. Curious to see what happens if you complete all the cards. Yeah, 10 Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Whoa, whoa! I caught it. I thought it was going to go down. Every time I get up there, it just flies right back down. There's nothing to really catch the ball when it gets up there. Oh no! Oop. The sounds almost kind of remind me of the Atari version. I guess there's only so much, you know, without putting, you know, full-on music or anything like that, or robotic voices or something. Which I have a feeling is going to be in that Pinball game. Oh, so we got those penguins now. What are the penguins doing? Oh, almost got it. Ah. No, no, no. Ah. No. No. Well, I guess that's the difference, is really, it's just faster. I like this version, though. This is a lot of fun. So this isn't bad. I mean, I kind of enjoyed it. I really liked it. I probably would have played this a lot when I was, you know, really into Nintendo back in the day. You know, at the time I was playing a lot of, like, the golf game and stuff like that. Because, you know, once you've played games like Legend of Zelda and you completed it 100 times, you kind of get bored. And then you put it away for a while until you've kind of forgotten where everything is, and then you pick it up again. Whereas games like golf and pinball and all that stuff, you can always just throw it in there. That's why I like Donkey Kong so much, because it's just a game you throw in and you have fun with, and then you take it out, you put it away. So I probably would have played the heck out of this one. I definitely need to look into the rules a little bit. I'm going to go online, maybe find a rule book somewhere, so I could figure out what everything meant and why it went into that area where Mario was kind of running back and forth. I really liked that. I wanted to play more of that, but I couldn't figure out what was doing it. So I'm sure I can, you know, look it up and I'll find it. And like I said, you know, I was referencing this game, Midnight Magic, for the Atari 2600, and also Video Pinball, which I've done a video before on both of these. I've actually did a comparison video and all that other stuff. It's, you know, I really enjoyed this one, the simplicity of this. And there was a lot of elements in this one that kind of reminded me of this one. even though this one's far less complex. There isn't a whole lot you can do in this one. You're literally just aiming for the little, rectangles at the top, the colored rectangles, whereas this got a whole lot going on for it. It's interesting. It's not going to be a different kind of pinball mix. I like it that it's a simple pinball game. Other than say the Sonic Spinball that I did, which was it was a really nice take on a pinball, but it more of a platforming style. I don't know. It was kind of a blend of platforming gaming and pinball. But this is neat. I really like this. I like the sound effects. I like the simplicity. I like how you can go into that extra level. I like how it goes up into the top. You got all that extra stuff going on. It's fun. It's colorful. A lot going on there. Anyways, yeah, that was Pinball. So I'm going to be checking out Pinbot, later on. I don't know when. I'm not going to do it like right away. So yeah, I'll give it a little bit of time, and then I'll play some Pinbot just to keep going. And then I'm going to eventually check out that Pinball Quest, because I've heard of it, and it's also on the Nintendo, and it seems interesting. Another pinball game that I need to replay again, which I had when I was younger, I don't have it anymore, is Crew Ball, which I really enjoyed too. And it's a pinball game on the Sega Genesis, and it's set to the music of Motley Crue. Kind of an odd choice there, but anyways. So let me know what you think of Pinball on the Nintendo. Did you play it? Do you know all this stuff? Hey, maybe you could throw some comments down below that will help explain what was going on there, if you've actually played this one a lot. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Talk to you later.